from the rest. In times of great distress at home or abroad, America has always done what's best when we work together with our allies to fight terror, protect our citizens, and stand up for democracy. With reports indicating the United States has reached the last phase of the Vienna negotiations, it's critical that we do not cave to demands from Iran, the leading state sponsor of terror and a dictatorial government. We must not loosen non-nuclear sanctions, including the key safeguards against the IRGC, Iran's paramilitary terror arm, that directly or through their proxies, including Hezbollah, Hamas, Houthis, Page, killed hundreds of Americans and attacked our bases and our allies in the region. If Iran has proven anything, it's that they can't be trusted. They continue to enrich uranium from 3.5% levels for civilian energy use to 60% on their way to 90%, the level needed for weapons-grade uranium to produce a nuclear weapon. It's why we've seen, since they first made this agreement years ago, they have failed on their commitments every step of the way. Together, we must address the threat of a nuclear-armed Iran and stand up to their terrorist activities against the U.S. and our allies. First, we can't gamble with American lives and remove the formal Foreign Terrorist Organization, or FTO, designation, as the State Department has often noted, quote, plays a critical role in our fight against terrorism and is, quote, an effective means of curtailing support for terrorist activities. We cannot treat one of our most powerful diplomatic tools, which we use to get cold-blooded killers out of the terrorist business, as a cheap bargaining chip. Imagine how our allies will react. Second, agreeing to a new agreement with Iran that includes the lifting of the formal FTO designation of the IRGC will allow billions of dollars to flow through Iran, the IRGC, and their terrorist proxies. Recently retired CENTCOM Commander General McKenzie stated on the record last month that the IRGC is a terrorist organization. In March, the IRGC fired at least a dozen ballistic missiles near the American compound in Iraq. Iran, strengthened with billions of dollars in sanctions relief, would be an enormous danger to Americans at home and abroad and to our allies. It would weaken our fight against terror. Third, and even worse, it's been reported that under this proposed deal, Russia will be the de facto judge of compliance and in a position to return enriched uranium to Iran. This will occur without any oversight mechanisms by the United States or our European partners. Are we seriously going to let a war criminal, Vladimir Putin, be the guarantor of this deal? In a time when he continues to charge on with his brutal war of aggression, it's absurd to think that Putin would also be capable of being an impartial party for this agreement. Iran and Russia are already working on creating a financial system to avoid U.S. sanctions, proving that they are negotiating in bad faith. So while we each have our own individual concerns today, and as you'll see laid out from other members in our release later today, we're joining forces here today with a strong members of Congress to send an important message to our negotiators in Vienna. We need a longer and stronger deal, not one that is shorter and weaker. It's time to stand strong against terrorists, protect American values and our allies. May God bless our troops and may God bless America.